Welcome to Wiregrass Revolutionary Veterans. This is Season 1, Episode 3. I'm Philip Kitchens. I'm with the Wiregrass chapter of the Sons of the American Revolution. And today we're going to talk about Bartholomew Fields. He volunteered for the militia in North Carolina in Dobbs County, which is now Lenoir County. Bartholomew Fields was born in North Carolina to William Fields and Mary Cotton in 1762. Bartholomew grew up in Dobbs County, North Carolina area, and when he was 17 years old, he volunteered in January of 1799 for the North Carolina militia in Dobbs County, which is today's Lenoir County. On March 24, 1837, Bartholomew Fields' declaration to the Dale County Court for his pension application, he stated that he was under the command of General Richard Caswell and General William Caswell in Kingston, North Carolina. In March of that same year, he served under the command of Colonel John Hermitage and Captain John Garland. He stated that from Kingston, they marched across Creek, which is today Fayetteville, North Carolina, for the purpose to make the Tories and defected persons that was brought in to take the oath of allegiance to the United States. From there, they marched high up to Charlotte, where he was left to guard the tract while the rest of the army marched north. On their return, he rejoined the army and marched to below New Bern, where they guarded prisoners for about 3 months. After that, they marched back to Kingstown, and he was discharged at that time. After the Revolutionary War around 1782, Bartholomew married Mary Heath, and together they had 6 sons and 2 daughters. They eventually settled in the Darlington, South Carolina district and raised their family. Like many other families in the 1820s, they joined the Alabama Fever land rush, and they settled in the Wiregrass in Dale County, Alabama. They most likely traveled along the federal road stretching from Georgia through the Creek Nation and entered Alabama at Fort Mitchell, which is present-day Phoenix City. Now, in March of 1837, Bartholomew had applied for his pension, and by January 1839, he had not been granted his pension. So he asked a fellow patriot's son, Colonel John Merrick Jr., to help get his pension approved. Colonel Merrick wrote a letter in January 1839 to the Alabama U.S. Senator, the Honorable C.C. Clay, on behalf of Bartholomew Fields and his father, John Merrick Sr., asking for his assistance in getting their pensions approved. Senator Clay asked that they resubmit their applications, and this was done 24 June 1839 at the Dale County Courthouse, which was located at the Block House near Midland City, south of Ozark. This blockhouse was built by General Jackson's troop during the Indian War as a safe haven for soldiers and settlers from native attacks. Over the years, the blockhouse served many functions: courthouse, store, post office from 1833 to 1841. And there's a roadside marker erected by the Historic Chattahoochee Commission and the Dale County Historical Society in 1979. It's situated on the northbound side of Highway 231, just north of Midland City. On March 5th, 1839, Bartholomew Fields received approval for his pension from the War Department. He's to receive $20 per annum during his natural life. At 83 years old, Bartholomew Fields died on June 30th, 1845, in Dale County, Alabama. And he is believed to be buried here at the Old St. Mark Zion Church Cemetery, which was established in 1823. Unfortunately, there was no headstone that could be identified or a plat map of the cemetery, but his descendants placed military headstones for him and his son Alexander, who served in the Indian War, here at Old Zion Church Cemetery. There are still many descendants of Bartholomew Fields living in the Wiregrass, not only with the surname Fields, but Reynolds, Alexander, Chaplin, Vaughn, Lloyd, Northcutt, Beasley, Walker, Roberts, Newman, and Stevens, just to name a few. As always, we should be thankful for our Revolutionary veterans and their families for setting the pathway for us to live in a free nation, the nation we love, the United States of America. I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Wiregrass Revolutionary Veterans, and you'll like and subscribe and leave a comment. And until next time, huzzah.